Well, welcome to the team, Dominic. So you're well known to us after several years ago doing work experience with the firm when we weren't even a firm then. We didn't become regulated firm until 2019. So it was a very small office up the road, and you came along and did work experience, which was great. And we even offered you a job a year later, but unfortunately you were busy doing something else and settled at another firm as a paralegal at the time. But yeah, anyway, how did you find that original experience, and how have you seen what's the difference now with the firm compared to back in those days?
I enjoyed it. It was, as you say, a much smaller office, so it was such a change from when I first came along. It was actually my first kind of official role. Getting it through an agency, so it was. Obviously made an impression, and here I am. Full circle back again.
I think we invited you back for a little bit longer, and then because we obviously liked you, but it just didn't work out at the time. And I think the agency was involved as well, so at that time we were like, any cost was like an issue. Well, it still is, but we're not. Things have moved on since then. So just tell me a little bit about the experience you've gained now. So you've got I think 3 years paralegal experience, sort of hands-on experience beforehand. Then you did your training contract at a big firm, the world's oldest law firm, they say on the website, Thomas Stell and Parson. What have you learned from that sort of 5+ years experience, and what are you looking to focus on now as a result?
Well, after leaving you, I went to another small corporate firm, did some more agency paralegaling there, and then I went to two kind of boutique IP firms. Really found an interest in intellectual property at those, doing a mixture of contentious and non-contentious IP work, focusing a lot on trademarks. It's an interest I've kept. I tried to do as much of it as I could during my training contract. I focused on my training contract on corporate and commercial and commercial disputes, which I found really interesting. I've come to you guys with a view to kind of hybridising that, doing some commercial litigation work, and also bringing in and building up IP litigation work, trademark registrations, that kind of thing.
Great.
Looking forward to getting going.
Yeah, we get it's a very niche area, intellectual property, but it covers a lot of the work we do, so we need people, most of us are aware of it and advise on it in some form or other, but it's also very valuable for us to have an actual trademark, which is a niche within intellectual property, specialists who can do advise on those registration matters, as well as all the disputes that may relate to it, as well as all the other forms of intellectual property. So it can get very interesting as in the world of litigation and dispute resolution, as well as on the non-contentious side, where a lot of our transactional work and corporate advisory work relates to intellectual property as well. So you live over in Rye, which is the far extreme of East Sussex.
It's about a beautiful
part of the world, but
as far as you can get that way in Sussex before you hit Kent.
Next to Camber Sands, the big sandy beach, lovely. But it's a big old drive from Haywards Heath. But the plan is, along with Adrian Samuel, to offer to open and develop an office in Hastings. So a bit about your thoughts about that and how you see the future evolving.
Yeah, absolutely. It's exciting that the firm's growing to that extent that they're able to open another office, that we can develop a practice over there. I think it's exciting to open the business, to work with Adrian on building up a good client base there. I'm looking forward to it.
Great, lovely. Well, welcome to the team.
Thank you.
Thank you.